Yo, the fuck is up? It's me, your boy, your homie, the one you can always depend on, Chief Hombre, and I'm here today to do a EP review for H.A.R.D, Joell Ortiz, and Kxng from Slaughterhouse. Slaughterhouse were a group, hip hop team, on Shady Records. They were Joe Budden, Royce the 5'9", Kxng, Joell Ortiz. Eminem used to jump on some of their tracks. They've had 2 albums, I believe, and they have always been looked at as genuine, you know, heavyweight lyrical beasts. Kxng since has always been sort of very consistent, always releasing things like weekly releases. He's been doing things like COB, that sort of thing. Joell Ortiz released an album last year, I believe, which was okay. Yeah, it wasn't exactly, you know, mind-blowing or anything to write home about. But they are back, and they are back with what seems to be a fucking neatly wrapped package of bar game, heavy, fucking hitting hip-hop. I've heard 1 or 2 tracks, but I'm just going to actually go refresh my memory, and then we're going to go through the whole project again like we always do. Let's go. This is Joell Ortiz and Kxng with H.A.R.D. So first up, we have the title track of the album / EP / whatever you want to call it, project, and that is H.A.R.D. We go straight in on this. Kxng comes with, starting with the story, telling a bit of backstory in regards to where these dudes met, who they are, and how they know each other. You know, if you've heard Slaughterhouse before, you know anyway, right? But then we start to get into what you want from this album, yeah? We get into the bar game. Now, we have some quotables straight from this, which, you know, headline comedian, always get the last laugh, fentanyl killing all that shit, right? Kxng gives you what you expect from Kxng, a bit of a flow switch up. Joell Ortiz, his flow in this is just some consistently, you know, doubling up on bars throughout, which actually fills out his verse so much better. A strong storytelling narrative in regards to, you know, about his past, but then also leading into who him and Kxng are to each other. The beat is nice. We have a bit of variation throughout, leading from the bridge to the hook. It is fucking good when we get that fade out at the end of the hook with that, I wanna leave my ball and go home. I think we could be into a fucking very, very heavy bar game, something that I love and look for in these projects. So let's go, let's keep going. We're into track 2. Let me not brush Ortiz's bars aside in this. He comes with things, you know, I'm from the era where if you had a starter, that get you ended, fucking 8-ball, pool of blood, keep your ears out in the song because you will miss bars. Track 2, Get Your Money. The way this beat comes in with this fucking this nice little vocal sample, nice drum pattern on this. We do have a bit more of the standard 4-bar loop pattern on the beat, but Joell Ortiz kicks this off with, again, a rapid fire flow that is just consistent. Bar game is not as strong as the first, but then again, we have a more storytelling element in this one. He's a bit more of a, you know, I'm in my tank top looking at someone, so that's why they call it the 4/5. I'd say Kxng stand out more on the first listen. You'll end up a rap over wax like record sleeves and so on. But for me, stand out on this song is the beat. The beat is fucking good, man. We got this sort of understated piano riff that it settles in so well that you sort of forget it's there, and then as the beat fades out, you hear it again, and it is a fucking love this sort of beat. Do you know what I mean? This is fucking helicopter doing, baiting me up. Oh, and this the Fed's looking for me, man. Fucking helicopter. Next up, we have a solo tune by Kxng called Caddy Bump LBC. Now, this beat comes in with some really eerie vibe. This hook is mellow, it's sort of understated, but it's got this sing-along. East side, east side, east side, we selling and pills. The beat sort of has this, you know, late 90s sort of undertone for a West Coast beat, if you get what I mean. Of dun, 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 dun. LBC. West Coast, that's what he's talking about, and that is way he's weaved that into this beat is really fucking smart in my eyes. It's not overstating it. It's very much just, if you know and you can hear it, you can hear it. We have quite a self-existential Kxng on this. If you listen to Kxng, you'll know that he's good at this, right? He's very much talking about issues within the black community, whether that's police, whether that is killing each other, whether that is pollution, and so on. Bar Game is more storytelling in this and more narrative towards his actual surroundings and what is going on. And I'd say it's probably my favourite. I preferred the beat on the last one, but I do like this. I think the way this has that understated West Coast rider beat, it's fucking nice, man. But for the third tune, man, we are still rolling heavy with this, man. I am still bought in, I am still there. So let's keep going. So next up, we have Catching Bodies. Real minimal beat, just a din, din, little sort of riff that just plays over. It's lovely, it's tasty. It's more of a back-to-back song, this. We don't really have a hook. We've just got a sample hook, which works. And I like the fact that this isn't a sample-driven hook album. You find a lot of you know, genuine boom bap hip hop is driven by samples, right? Bar Game on this again is fucking next level. Drop on me, drip on me, little wordplay, 81 points. Never forget Kobe. Oh man, we basically have a little switch up at the end, which is like, I'm pretty sure it's a Joell Ortiz 4-bar or 8-bar, which then leads into a Kxng 16, which then leads out with a Joell Ortiz 4-bar. But the last rhyme pattern is all Star Wars based, right? The way he ends this song with this Chewbacca bar, I'm not going to ruin it, yeah? You check this out. The way this bar is fucking nuts, man. This is what I love. That's what I'm looking for in these albums. Let's keep going. I want to keep fucking living this experience whilst I'm on it. I want to ride this roller coaster, baby. I want to ride this roller coaster until it finishes. We have hit the high point of the album so far. Next track is Lose My Mind, featuring Black Soul. Now, the way this beat comes in, it is fucking beautiful, warm, envelopes you in a nice, mellow vocal sample that is just fucking haunting and dreamy and beautiful. I just love this beat, man. The way the guitar, we have this lovely guitar riff that you know what you're going to get. And I feel this beat really does explain itself in regards to bar content, which we will be expecting before they start MCing. We go into a very, very deep introspective tune. Joell Ortiz speaking very much about his past. We have a very clear overarching story in this, which is about, you know, you hear a lot about fathers not being there. What things would have been like if their fathers were there. The way the hook comes in is just this soulful voice, and it just works really, really, really well together. The first time I heard the hook, I was a bit, and then by 4 bars in, I'm bought in. King Crooked's vivid imagery from both of these, really, actually. The vivid imagery of, you know, Joell Ortiz talking about being in the arcade without even having any quarters and what it feels like, and then being there to hustle. And as I say, the overarching story of this is really about being fatherless, having to turn to hustle because your electric's being cut off, or just hood life, man. I say, standout song of the album so far. This is just my type of music, man. I love this, and I'll probably listen to this again actually quickly before the next song, just because I need to fucking consume it more. I need to keep that roller coaster ride going. Yo, next up we have Wolves Brooklyn. This one is mellow, it is chilled, it's more what I felt from it. I don't know, I had the one listen through, but it's sort of a conversation between an OG and a young buck. Now, I rated this. It's got that conversationary perspective, and it explains a story well. It explains, in a sense, what we know from the previous track in regards to the way he grew up, and really that conversation to start that hustle. Yeah, thought it was a very interesting song. Not a standout track directly, nothing that I can take away from it and say this is what blew my mind on it, but that doesn't mean it's a bad song. I think it fits very well into the narrative of the project. So next up we have Lovely. Now this is probably the weakest song on the album in my eyes. Didn't have much selling points. I thought the little sort of sing-alongy hook felt washed out. It didn't feel like there was much thought into it. It felt like it was just chucked on. No harmony on it. It's just sort of this washed out vocal. Lovely day. The upside to this song, right, and I'll say it straight, the upside to this song for me is the fact that you've got the contradictory hook to the verse. So it's very much about, look, it's fucking what's going on in life at the moment, and what a lovely day. And I like that. Yeah, I think that's a good position to put on a song. That's, if I was to put it that way. Weakest song on the album for me so far, but we are nearing the end. This is the end. So that is it. We end this album with the song Memorial Day. I did not expect this to end the album, to be honest. Speaking from a first-person narrative of the day of a funeral, and I thought the way certain things were worded was really clever, right? I like the beat. It doesn't overstate it too much, right? It's a very understated beat for this message. And, you know, there's certain bars in there that I really liked, sort of, you know, the absence of someone at a funeral actually creates a massive presence. I like the parallels that he draws in it. I like the fact that he says, you know, normally I'd just sign the book and dip, but me and you were more than that. And you get a real feeling of that. You know, we've all been to funerals, right? And you get a real feeling of that on this. A genuine, authentic feeling from, you know, he's written this from that perspective of his friends dying. And, you know, speaking to the mother and stuff like that. But as a whole, this album, for me, is easily one of the releases of the year in regards to hip-hop, in regards to current boom bap, with regards to the flavours of both coasts, which we get on this East and West Coast. We get a very New York-style vibe from Joell Ortiz, but then also we get, as I said before, sort of some of those understated West Coast beats. And I think this is a really, really good indication of that Slaughterhouse rappers didn't just disband and disappear. They have been about. And if you do look into their projects over the last few years, they are fucking consistent. They are consistently still releasing music. So do keep up with them, man. And, you know, even if we never see Slaughterhouse again, if we're still getting fucking collab projects that are this strong, then who really cares, man? Obviously, I'd love to see Royce da 5'9" and Joe Budden and all that back on it. Don't get me wrong, like, I fucking love Joe Budden's albums, and Royce da 5'9" is categorically one of the strongest cats lyrically in the game. But this is strong. This is, as I said earlier, a tightly wrapped package of you know what you're getting with it. Strong bar game. We're going to get some strong storytelling narrative. All the beats in this suit the project down to a T. I would say, as I said, this is a big fat Chief Hombre thumbs up today. I think this project it's a great project. That's all I can say about it. That's H.A.R.D, H.A.R.D, Joell Ortiz, King Crooked. Thank you.